All right, so we on Super 30. Our council meeting is open. In the name of Allah, we on Super 30.
The poet. That word has been passed around many times. People, the writers of music, just a whole lot of poets going on.
Right.
But like the meaning part of our daily life. That's sure horror. Who's gonna read me?
Yeah.
If not, why not?
Al
If
Mouid.
not, why not? Super 30, the poets. Ashura. One, O you who believe, let it be said, Al-Badi. Two, the incomparable, the unattainable. Think on that a little bit. Cause that gets a little deep.
That does. I'm glad.
Incomparable. In other words, ain't nothing that you can find or do or say.
This is what Allah is to all of us. You can't compare anything to Allah.
Yeah.
For Allah is all.
And tell me what you've been comparing and what you've been doing all along in your life. And you thought you had it right. But it's so much to learn. That's what I love about life. So much to learn. So much to experience. And I'm quite sure all of us have got a little taste.
I'm still on these two words, incomparable, and unattainable.
And unattainable. If you want to speak a few things on that, go right ahead, brother.
That's just Allah. As we read about Allah, that's how I'm attaining. Hey, all this vastness from Allah.
Beautiful. He said everything you see, every movement, everything you do, every turn,
Like,
you talk about Job up and down
yes.
and all around.
It say all laws
All,
of the universe.
Always.
It was created in the mind of Allah.
Ain't that beautiful?
So as we use our mind, we can start getting a little taste.
Yes, indeed.
Woo.
And speaking of mind, ain't that a beautiful thing when you really find out just what your purpose are and what that mind is for. Then you can start loving life now.
Loving life.
Loving life.
Bring it home. Bring it home.
Loving life. Some people have life, but they don't love it. Unattainable. And the 28th name of Allah, the one, the absolute, the almighty. This is He. This is the source. The fourth verse said, the finest painter of words. Boy, and all I could think about, I once was a painter.
So no. I done attended, I done bear witness.
I think we did a little painting because everybody they said they loved it this color. Thanks, brother.
Oh man, we did it. People vibrate. Hey, yeah, they vibrate.
Something like something talking, trying to tell
Yeah,
something.
that's what we.
But he said the finest painter of words. Now, when I was talking about Oh, I'm talking about painting somebody's wall or house. But let's get a little specific here. It's a painter of words.
So with painting, when you painting walls, you gotta do certain things, huh?
That's correct.
I remember one thing was
Anybody
like
ain't no
priming.
painter if you don't know what you're
Right.
doing, and you better have knowledge of that which you're painting.
I wonder is this where they started taking this ancient knowledge and then calling it the color of law.
Yeah, they did.
So they started painting with words.
That's what they absolutely did.
And started putting us in these colors.
Yes, indeed. Look at the classification. Come on with it. And I hope y'all listening in the internet land.
As the law
reveals to hear.
As law reveals.
We talking about the poet today. The true poet.
Yeah, the true poet.
You step aside.
The finest. Now, this ain't no low quality.
Oh, man.
This say the finest.
Bringing out the finest. Have you ever thought you had the finest? And you're looking through your closet and you're looking for this and looking for that.
Oh, so this was
let's leave that and let's come up to the spiritual side, the soulful side. Because we're talking about the finest painter of words. Because see, I done seen a rough and a smooth and sandpaper. But when you're looking for a fine finish, anybody who's done a little sand know what I'm talking about. That's the physical. We talking about the mental now. See, I'm using my hand on one, then I'm thinking and I'm saying with another, and that's speaking a word. Come on with it, sister. Go right ahead. Right on. Beautiful. Beautiful.
The heart and the tongue makes you what you're missing with his own. I'm careful.
Ain't that beautiful? Ain't that beautiful? Number 5 said the wisest architect of meaning. The wisest. Did you thought it was you? Since you're an architect. 6, the most frugal and skilled of praise. Frugal and skilled. So it seems like intelligence is taking place here. And number 7 says, Allah is the greatest of all poets. I know you heard a few folks down here on planet Earth said that they did that. I know your ears have heard, but now you know.
And in those categories, do we see any of these attributes? Are they the finest painter of words? The people calling themselves goats?
Yeah.
Or are they words low quality?
Yes, indeed. And them same goats, I call them out and whoop they, you know what, right now. If you call yourself a goat, you better watch it, because I might be running on there.
Man, yeah, people under deep
There
magic.
ain't no doggone anything, no Billy Goat.
Yeah.
The greatest. He was the greatest.
Number 9. Hey, excuse me. There is no doubt. No doubt. Are you feeling surrounded by doubt and don't see no way out?
No doubt. That's a qualifier.
Ooh, and that's a statement.
That's what all truth is.
That's true poet when you can say no doubt. That's true poet. Truthfully.
Mm-hmm. That's powerful. There is no doubt
No
when you have
doubt.
the wisdom of Allah.
You the one in doubt. You the one confused. You the one can't make up in your mind. Think about it. And number 9 said, if you do not believe, then create a surah greater than these. If you don't believe what I just said and read, come forth.
Mm-hmm.
If you have something greater, because you ought to be able to just look up and see the sun, and you don't have anything to do with that. You ought to be able to look up and see the moon and see all the evidence that you need, that you don't have anything to do with it. The true architect.
Mm-hmm. Create a surah, one surah that's greater than all these. This is grandiosity of wisdom at its highest, eloquence. This is what Allah is. If people can seek, they shall find. If someone can't write about it, if they don't know about it, that means they were seeking. And they attained what they sought for.
Yeah, that's right.
And so anyone will attain what they seek for.
There you go.
We just that powerful, and we have every attribute and
That's
every
right.
part of what people call God.
There you go. And I'm so forever grateful because I read somewhere that we are part of a lot. And I'm forever grateful. And realizing that.
I know in my life, that's why
I'm
a certain walk,
and aware of that. And
right?
Forever grateful.
A certain walk gonna show how grateful I am.
You could not even have it.
Right, could not have life to even put forth the effort. You gotta have this life. This is a beautiful thing.
Yes, it is. Beautiful, beautiful. And I just look at man today, how he has no respect for life. What's up with all the killing? No one has anything to say, a mumbling word about it, as though like if you turned on the television and you're ready to watch a Western, or you're ready to watch a killing. And we walk around whistling in the Dixie song, wherever you may be, look away. We all can bear witness to that. And the evil leaders who are in high places, they love to kill for some reason. But I know who they are. No respect for life. We see this on a daily basis. Daily bread, we see this here. Experience this here. Instead of giving, it's a killing. Number 10 says, verily, some poets is dressed in knowledge and art. 11, yet contains neither wisdom nor beauty. Have you experienced that? You should have.
It's a lot of writings
A lot of writers.
in the world
A lot of translators.
that
A lot of
contain
versions out there.
a lot of writings and a lot of words, but
Yes,
nothing match up
indeed.
to the ultimate importance of all of life. And for myself, it's wisdom.
Yeah.
So as we read this, this is what has saved my life. Because something saved my life, and I know it exists.
Right on.
And so that is all wise and almighty.
Beautiful.
And that spoke within me.
Beautiful.
And that's where I had to go seek for.
Right on.
And what was that saved my life that was in me?
Mm-hmm.
And it come to find out, it's called the higher self.
Beautiful.
And the higher self is wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
And that wisdom is true and it exists.
Beautiful. You bear witness.
Yeah.
You know. Not speculate.
Mm-hmm.
But no. That's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Can't nothing stop wisdom. Wisdom will forever exist.
Yes.
It don't even have nothing to do with this plane.
That's correct.
But it can intervene in this plane.
Beautiful. Let you
What we
know.
call direct intervention
Beautiful.
or divine intervention.
Beautiful.
That's wisdom.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Will you please?
Mm-hmm. And that wisdom speaks.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I want to confer to those listening. Wisdom speaks.
It does.
So you just have to listen.
Mm-hmm. 12 said, then we was reading and talking about, yet contain neither wisdom nor beauty, but bitterness and hate. See, we were just speaking on that earlier. There's a lot of bitterness that's floating around you. Pushing by hate. Why do you walk around with bitterness? Who could want to do that? I know you got to be miserable. Every minute, every movement, every moment of the hour, you walk around with something bitter on your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Carrying it.
Mm-hmm.
Like a pistol in your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
13. This be the sign of the Persian and merchants who craft words like paint over rust.
This is very important.
I don't know anybody ever tell them that before. Put paint over rust. When you're trying to hide something. And man, it looks so beautiful once you touch it up.
Yeah.
But see, somebody doing something that's hateful here, and they're saying who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And who they may be. And you smack dab in the middle. Because you ain't paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
And this what you done join forces with, whether you know it or not.
Mm-hmm.
If you ain't careful, somebody gonna paint you something.
Mm-hmm. That's what has happened to our people.
Did you
Our
hear
people, yeah, our people
that?
have
That's
been.
what has happened to our people, and he's telling you. 14. Sweetly and innocently they sing to those who refuse to use the gift given to them, such as discernment. Sweetly and innocently they sing.
They sing. See, who gonna use self-discernment for you? That's how everybody being played. If they ain't discern the difference yet, then they don't have wisdom. Wisdom is to know the difference. So when we talk about discernment, people may say words to you like, we're gonna increase your anything. See, that's painting over rust.
That's right.
They trying to make something seem better,
Yeah.
but in reality, you just painting over reality.
Yeah.
And so this is how our people been fooled for so long. Because these people who've been using these words have been using them so poetically.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Right, call back in another month and we'll have you all this.
I've heard that before, what you just said.
All this.
And I see everybody working together because they assign different branches and location money, and the people can't even get it after they done signed it. But I'm just saying, have you realized or have you been discerned about Capitol Hill? Have they done their duty towards you as you call yourself a citizen? Because we talking about our livelihood here now, as we live. But those who do not get caught up in this system as you live your life, because you in for a rough ride. They're gonna get your mind if you don't have it yourself. Simply put. 15 said that they accept hate as love, y'all. They love to operate with hate instead of love. Now, let's look around and let's think a little bit here. Tell me what you see. Do you see hate or do you see love? Do you know hate when you see it? Hate is killing. And hate is those who hide behind closed door, behind closed wall, secretly, and decide what's what. Hate being planted. 16 said that they rejoice. Somebody having a good time. And somebody miserable as hell. And somebody is being killed like hell. As port words of destruction as creation. Destruction as creation. What you see is being destructed right now as I speak. And do you know the difference between construct and a bomb and dropping bombs? That's destruction. Anybody dropping bombs and shooting off missiles is a sign of destruction. And I know a lot of front runners. Call no blame, call no name. That way I won't have to be blamed. And you know who they are. I don't have to say anything. Destruction. Tax them to death and they can't get no help. Everywhere they go, they got to have this and they got to have that. 17 goes on to say, thirst the words, choose the ear. As much as the master the pen. Words, your ears, and the stroke of a pen can control your life henceforth and forevermore if you ain't on your A game. Do we see it today? Somebody told you that God and Jesus was going to take care of you. That was the words. And then when you get in trouble, he'll come on a cloud and save you. I believe you need him right now. If we ever need to be saved, it is right now. Because everybody's still singing, dropping bombs everywhere, and singing the nuclear song. Stroke of a pen.
Need some beautiful.
When they pass a bill on Capitol Hill, that's the stroke of a pen, and then you say, and the president signed the bill. Have you heard that before? Not you. Your signature ain't no good. Only for you. '18 says, verily, some poetry contains much wisdom. I hope that you are receiving the right poetry that contains much wisdom, and if you don't already have, that means that you've been looking in the wrong places or reading the wrong thing. It's self-explanatory. Read me what you have. Or tell me what you know. And I'll know right then and there, the minute you open your mouth, I know just how your poetry goes. Number 19. Yet may appear stiff and unappealing. 20. Such is truth. That is not what the ears may wish to hear. Putting it plain and simple. Sometimes the ears don't like to hear certain things, and I've noticed certain things the ears like to hear, you get a little bit more comfortable. That was sounding real good to you. You start to fall in there. Maybe love, or maybe some kind of fall. '21. Yet Allah has such treasures, the keys, whereof be the words of poet. The keys, the treasure, the keys. Can you think of your house key, your car key, and other keys? Can you think beyond your keys and Allah keys? And you know for a fact, if you plan on going into something here, something there, you got to have a key. You know that. That's why you got many keys. Keys become part of the human family life. Think them lying, check everywhere you go. I just got a key. You ain't go out playing detective now.
And see, the body is the treasure.
Look at him.
And you need the keys just like a door to open.
Ooh-wee.
And if you don't have the keys to open, you can have the treasure. Meaning we already got the treasure. We've been blessed. But do you got the keys?
Look at him. Ain't that beautiful and well said? Because we talking some deep talk here, man.
And see, the keys come from people who are close to Allah.
Beautiful.
Because they contain much wisdom
Beautiful.
when they speak or write.
Beautiful.
This is where I know I receive my greatest wisdom from, is from people who are close to Allah.
Beautiful.
They speak the most magnificent words that you will never hear from a below average male.
Sure won't. Sure won't. You will not hear.
This is an above average male writing this.
Yeah.
This ain't no regular degular dust bunny. I don't even hear men, and these are simple words.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I mean when you get up in age, you should be becoming more ripened with every part of your being.
Yeah, that's really true.
And your words is the most eloquent part of yourself. It's the imagery of your spirit.
Beautiful.
So as you dress the body, words dress the soul.
Ooh, beautiful. Beautiful. And well said.
But if the ear is filled with wax,
Oh my goodness.
the treasures, now the keys, see, they have to be heard.
Mm-hmm.
We have to have the ear
Wee.
to hear.
The ear to hear.
And that's what I was meaning earlier. When wisdom speaks, it speaks when it's supposed to speak.
Mm-hmm.
But are we listening? Do we have the ear to hear?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Because wisdom don't make no error.
Beautiful.
So this is when you know where the keys, they ain't the right key.
Mm-hmm.
Wrong key for the right door.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for the right key to the right door so we can enter
Beautiful.
into the treasures.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Beautiful. So beautiful. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And now that's why you see so many people stumbling in life, because they don't have the right key to unlock wherever they may be.
That's it.
Three more verses to go. Thirst, the noblest of all, is the poet faithful to the truth of the divine creator. Let's pause for a couple and see where everybody stands. see where everybody stands. Are they one of the noblest of art? Is the poet faithful to the truth? To the truth. Faithful. Being faithful to the truth. And I know you heard a lot pertaining to that. So this supposed to be our part of our daily life. Every day we can breathe. This is what we should be doing.
If you seek
Every
knowledge.
time you take a breath, and you breathe in. And just look at the society this day. Now got caught up in their own thing. Caught up in their career. Caught up in whatever they went to school for to study. Caught up into that. So wrapped up into it that that's all they know and see and don't even have time for self and they divine creator. And not even discern. Because we're talking about discernment. Got 2 more verses to go. 23. Who seek not to embellish nor impress. '24. But to refine his devotion to the wisdom of Allah. To refine your devotion to the wisdom of Allah. All the wisdom that's pertaining to Allah. How much you willing to seek for? Oh, life is so beautiful. So beautiful. Devotion. Devotion. What are you devoted to? Boy, and that's another thing you have to be careful. Or to getting wrapped up and caught up in too much things that you devoted to. And if you ain't careful, you'll be devoting yourself further away from Allah. Just you want to watch your step. That's all. That's all you say. Watch your mind. Don't get caught up. So many things pulling on you, about like a magnet. Refine his devotion. Refine your time. Refine your study. Refine so much. Talking about the true poet.
As we see, the true poet is much wisdom. One who constantly refines himself, not others.
That's right.
Because we ain't talking like a preacher.
That's right.
A preacher talk to others, but exclude himself.
Yeah.
He telling others not to sin, but he a sinner. He telling others not to steal, but he steal.
Oh man.
He telling others not to trespass, but he trespass. So a Sufyan is one who puts himself first. He makes sure himself is not doing it before he speak to others of not doing it. Because in order to lead the way, you must go and travel, not point.
Yeah.
That's what preachers do. They point to reach.
Yeah, because a Sufyan doesn't have to tell you what someone what not to do or do because people are already born with that within them. They already know what not to do and what to do.
Right. This is what has been missing. This is what I keep trying to tell our people, but some hear, some don't. That the end result of you understanding, if you understand, is wisdom. If no one is older and saying these words, they are so outdated. Every elder I go by, they in the past.
Yeah.
Meaning they outdated. It's so much in the presence that if you stuck in the past, that's because you ain't moving along with wisdom. Wisdom will never be stuck in the past.
That's so true.
You are present, you with life, and you got breath.
Yeah. Fresh air, yes, sir.
And that's all within self. Self just need to learn how to devote itself to something greater than some money.
Yeah.
Once we understand that money has changed the altitude of one knowledge of oneself, one know how much they got in the bank account, then how wise they have become.
Yeah.
They look at how much money they have versus how wise they have become.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every day, as myself, you should be becoming wiser and wiser if you are devoted to seeking yourself. Because wisdom seeks for itself. This is why it's called knowledge of self. You're not seeking for nothing outside of you. Everything you encounter in your whole existence is knowledge of self. We just don't understand because we think self is something fleshly. When I say self, I mean Sufyan. And when I say Sufyan, that means the way of wisdom. It's only one way. It's only one truth. And what confirms that one way and one truth is wisdom alone. Nothing else reflects truth as wisdom does. And when one understands, it's not an action to do. Wisdom removes. In my life, I removed the things that was put there by myself.
Beautiful.
Wisdom removed those things. But without wisdom, they would have stayed. And so that's what I see in our people. They past is staying with their present. So all those pains and aches, all those pains and aches, since they're not devoted to wisdom. Wisdom is a removal of anything that is not the knowledge of wisdom.
Right on, brother. Beautiful.
Another word for knowledge of self is knowledge of wisdom. Self is wisdom.
Beautiful.
You was born from someone wise. How could you not? You was created from someone wise. How could you not? Unless you serve an ignorant fool as a god. And when we talking about understanding that devotion, the noblest of arts. So that means words is the only way that man and woman can get closer. Because it can pull them into a vortex, a spiritual vortex that begin them to recognize something within them. And when they recognize something within them, they wouldn't want anything lesser from without.
Oh, how sweet that is.
Wisdom don't go to the grave. Wisdom is all life. This is why we have to understand the difference between a Christian and a Muslim. These things are outdated. These things are outdated. They have not followed their own truths. They have not been true to the words that was in their books. If so, they'll be wiser by now. You can't tell me over 50 years of study, a PhD only need 8 to 10, 6 to 10, 6 to 12, and he done. And he getting paid good. Most people reading the Bible 50 years and still don't understand. So what have they been attending to? They ain't devoted. That means is what the sister said earlier. They know inside.
Ooh-wee. Boy, that's putting it clear as day. That's putting it clear as the sun shine.
As the sun shines.
Huh?
That's our greatest imagery.
That's how you know who's who. What he trying to tell you. And I'm saying, and you might not quite get it, but I'm quite sure it's plain as day.
Yeah, it's plain as go outside and go look at the sun. That's what wisdom is. It's a shining light. It has no negativity. The sun don't have no negativity. Because it's all wise, right, and exact, made from its creator. And so why would it have what beneath it has? That's why the sun don't travel to earth. You don't see the earth or the sun horizontal with you. You have to look up.
That's right.
Meaning you got to elevate.
Hey,
So what's below has to elevate.
look at him.
But that sun that you elevating your eyes to
Yeah.
exists within you.
Yeah.
That's what's making you awake. This is why we need, as it says, science and math. So now we have the art of speech.
That's right.
Because all people speaking is without science and without math.
That's right. That's correct.
A baby don't start off leaping.
Thank you.
A baby don't start off walking.
Look at you. Come on with it.
A baby had to ask a mother or a father who was present. They watched them take their first step.
Oh man, I remember your first step. Cause I remember them back in time. Come on with it.
Then now that same that took that first step will come and show you all of truth. Because that first step was made in truth. And so how can you go wrong when you were born right?
Look at him.
So when it comes to the understanding, the creator don't make no mistakes. Everything is all aligned. And when we're talking about the sun moves one step a day.
Look at this.
Just like a child takes his first step.
Look at this. Beautiful.
The sun we see moving across, that's
Yeah.
because we moving.
Right on.
The sun moved 1 degree.
Look at that.
So as you see the sun moving across the sky, that's because you moving.
Look at him.
And we don't understand none of this science
Yeah.
because this science contains mathematics. Like I just said, 1, that's a math number.
Yeah.
1 degree, the sun moves just like the child take 1 step.
Yeah.
So he supposed to take 1 step from the beginning all the way just like the sun traveled
Look at him.
to his end.
Look at him.
So we say we call 1 sunrise.
Yeah.
We call 1 sunset.
Sunset, but it's still moving.
But where the sun set, they're on the same side the sun rise.
Yeah.
So what we saying, if we understand life, you don't die. If this wisdom is in the mind, you won't die.
Yeah.
But if this wisdom has not crystallized itself,
Refined.
yes, through refined devotion,
Yes, indeed.
meaning seeking knowledge from the cradle to the grave,
Great.
meaning you are seeking knowledge of yourself. You are seeking yourself from the cradle to the grave. Not Jimmy, not Timmy, not her, not him, not she. You seeking self. And those who come aboard that same plane, all supposed to be in the same purpose.
Yeah.
We landing somewhere.
Yeah.
So people don't aboard different planes to go to different places. They aboard the same plane to go to the same plane. So when we're talking about your mind is greater than an airplane.
Right on. Right on.
This is what we use to travel through the air and through the planes.
Yeah.
Therefore encompassing all existence from the great mighty one that was birthed.
Yeah.
The mind.
That's right.
We got that mind to travel
That's right.
throughout the cosmic galaxy,
That's right.
interplanetary
Yeah.
stellar systems,
Yeah.
But we still don't know that we in a system, in a solar system.
Sure is.
That sun is a star.
Yeah.
It moves around the nucleus.
Yeah.
So what people are saying, you are looking at a proton, you are looking at an electron moving
Yeah.
around, but we too busy looking at physical elements
Yeah.
that's not containing much wisdom.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Now we missing life.
Yeah.
Your life is spent to build the perfect temple
Yeah.
of self
Yeah.
called wisdom. Solomon's temple, they call it in other scriptures. But that's why I said 3 days, because you're supposed to build 3 levels of your entire existence. You don't supposed to just become financially sound.
Yeah.
That's called inheritance.
Yeah.
But we talking about your inheritance to move on to be into divine planes.
Yeah. That's where the
Returning to the ethos.
that's where the turn the off and the on get turned on and turned off. And that's what the trap that's been set right before us that we think of we're gonna make it when we go to the university and school. Or we go right there when we're gonna go to the churches and we can do whatever they done taught us, we think that's the way out. And then what they call career, and they throw that in there. And your degree, your master and your bachelor, they throw all that in there. And that's what keeps you from achieving your ultimate spiritual goal, what you talking about. Is that right there. And they get a little taste of that, and they want that more than anything else. And I do observe and notice that anything of flesh and flesh connecting, flesh dealing, they love that more than the spiritual rising up, along with the mind, out of the body. And for some reason, they want to stay trapped in the flesh. And they love flesh desire. Once you get a big old dose of that, you're going to have to fight like hell to get out of there. Because it's going to take some willpower now to let it go. And you walking with the devil. Your own devil.
Which is one on self-ignorance.
That's right.
When you are ignorant to self, you ain't someone else's devil, you your own devil.
Correct.
And this is what we have to understand, the science of self. SOS. We must know you got 3 minds. This is simple math. 3 minds. So it don't matter how you move. If you're not moving in these 3 planes, these are not the same areas. Your physical mind govern your physical. So anything that you achieve physically was achieved by your physical mind, meaning that sound of flesh.
Yeah.
Then you got a mental mind.
Yeah.
This is where you get the thoughts to download onto the body for you to now constitute into an action.
Yeah.
So I'm thirsty. Now that downloads into the body, and now your body go get something to drink.
Right on.
So these 2 belongs to the earth. You see how I use a thought for the earth?
Yeah,
Water,
right.
that belongs to earth.
Right.
So these are mental planes inside of the physical plane. Just like air inside on above the ground.
Yeah.
You got the physical mind, the mental spirit.
Yeah.
That's the mental. That's not the mind. That's the mental.
Yeah.
And so now we're talking about the mental mind. That's your second mind. Then you got your third mind, the spiritual mind.
Yeah.
Now this has nothing to do with anything on earth. So this mind has to be fully birthed before death in order for you to have a spiritual birth. It should make sense.
That makes
You done had a mental birth already where you know you got a mind, you can use it, and now it can get you things.
Yeah.
But have you woke up to the other side?
That's the trap. That's where they can't get out of this.
This is where we have to understand the math. And so this is why you born in a simple math formula of 9 months. Because your 3 minds each have 3 parts. So if you do multiplication, 3 times 3 equals 9. There go your math or your science to birth. There go your math and science to understanding 9 ether. Ether is what gave birth to physical.
That's correct.
So wisdom is related to ether.
Yep.
So when you are saying that you are a Sufyan, you are saying that you are ethereal.
Right on.
Meaning you ain't physical, you ain't mental, but you can operate and choose to activate those 3
That's correct.
at your own wisdom.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So when we speaking about Allah, this is why Allah do what he pleases. This is what you supposed to be doing.
That's right. Right on.
You supposed to be doing as self-pleasing.
There you go.
See, but when you understand wisdom, then it'll be a betterment to the whole planet. It's, as it say, make the world a better place. That's called wisdom. Easing everybody, bringing burdens down.
No hate.
No hate, as you was reading. No bitterness.
Let's go back to that. The scepter of hate as love. You remember what Ezekiel was, not Ezekiel, Isaiah was talking about. Put a bit for sleep. Putting hate for love.
Switching it up.
Nah. So when human beings, that whatever they become, whether state, federal, or government, or private, or public, we get caught up in all this, earthly saying and doing. And now we become that, and we focus on that type of life than the spiritual side. So we choose to do whatever we do in life each and every day. Now we done heard the do's and don'ts, the wrong and right, the good and bad. Now, are you gonna live it? Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna be that spiritual being, that Ethereal that you're supposed to be, know to be, and is to be? Just getting the tangle right, just getting that spider web untangled, getting the words untangled.